So drone emergency shutdown procedures coming right up. What's up, all you drone maniacs? Welcome back to Drone Logic for your drone and tech related info from my point of view. So what are drone emergency shutdown procedures? Well, it basically exactly what the wording says. Now, these are procedures that you will use to shut down your drone in case of an emergency. And probably the number one emergency that you often run into would be the need to get out of the way fast. And that's pretty much what is done if you have a need in case of any emergency to get out of the way fast. You can enact a procedure and it will shut down your motors, and of course the drone will just fall out of the sky, and in most cases, depending on where you are, will be probably damaged beyond repair, and in a lot of cases unrecoverable. Now, the number one reason why you will probably need these emergency shutdown procedures is if you are in the path of a manned aircraft, right? Now, manned aircraft basically has the right of way over UAVs, and that's unmanned area vehicles, if you didn't know what that stands for. But if it comes down to a manned aircraft and a UAV, well, I would rather lose a UAV than have a manned aircraft go down, because drones can be replaced, lives can't be. So that's why it's so important to know this information. Now, all drones pretty much have it, even some cheap drone, a $6 drone at Walmart or that you buy online. But most drones have emergency shutdown procedures. That's why it's good to know them. Well, number one, so that if you need it, you can use it. You can enact that procedure whenever you need it. Number two, and probably most importantly, so you don't do it by mistake. Now, I talked about that I lost my Phantom 4 Pro, and as a result of that, this is the reason why when I bought a Mavic Air, I bought it as a temporary replacement, but as it turned out, it basically is my drone, right? But anyway, I was flying my Phantom 4 Pro one day, and I was flying out of range, and when your drone starts to go out of range, you get that gray screen, and I was at the time, thinking, okay, well, let me turn it around and come back. And of course, I was in sport mode, so I definitely didn't want to have it disconnected sport mode. So I was in the process of moving the left thumbstick to try to come home, while at the same time thinking, okay, well, let me push the return home function to just let it come home. And unfortunately for me, that is the shutdown procedures for the Phantom 4s. You move the left thumbstick while pushing the home button, and it'll completely shut down and it'll fall out of the sky. Now, I was able to recover it, of course, and I looked at the map to see where it last position was, because I was just waiting on it to come home and waiting and waiting. I was like, okay, hold up there. It hadn't established, and it was like 15 seconds. Okay, normally it will return. So I had to go out and look at the last place on the map. I recovered it, and this is what I recovered. Phantom 4 Pro, all body, all mangled up, camera broken off. And the only thing I actually got out of this was the drone itself, and one propeller was intact. It must have fell in someone's backyard, and they must have put it in front, but I didn't recover it. I didn't recover the pieces. But anyway, that's an expensive drone, okay, to be crashing. So that was an expensive lesson learned, and I had to find out that it was the emergency shutdown procedure. Now, for the Mavic Air, and really all the Mavics, it's the same as the startup procedure. As you push the two thumbsticks in, well, the same thing that you use to start the motors up is the same thing that you use to shut it down. Now, I believe with the Mavic Pro and the Mavic 2s, I think you get the choices, but with the Mavic Air, there is no choice. It's just hold the thumbsticks in. But anyway, again, you should know this procedure so that you don't learn a hard lesson like I do and lose an expensive drone like that. But anyway, just safety, y'all. And I just want to reiterate that a manned aircraft is more important than a UAV. And if I had to lose another Phantom 4 Pro in order to not crash into a plane, I would do it again because people's lives is of more value to me than a drone, right? But anyway, this has been my drone logic of the day. I hope that somebody out there finds some value in this information. Again, learn what the emergency shutdown procedure is for whatever particular drone that you own, and y'all fly safe out there. And as always, until next time.